Hi, I'm Vasundhara Rajagopal, and today we're going to be making momos. Now, who doesn't like momos? It is a particular favorite with many children. But the wrapping of the momos made with all-purpose flour or maida has always bothered me. So over the last few weeks, I have been experimenting with different combinations of flours and starches extracted from whole grains. And in the process, have also been consuming a lot of momos. But now I have a recipe that makes for a tasty yet healthy momos. This is made with wheat flour or atta, plus the starches or milk solids extracted from the milk of whole wheat, millets and potato starch. So come, let's make these momos. Today we're going to be making two types of fillings for the momo. Now we'll start with making the dough. For the dough I have used homemade wheat starch, millet starch and potato starch. The recipe and video for making the starch is available on our website www.apinchofturmeric.com. These are available in the market and you can easily buy them too. Now to these starches I've added salt and I'm using boiling water to mix this. This is very important so that the starches can be made into a dough. Now you will notice that it's a little sticky, but I'm going to be now adding wheat flour to this or atta and kneading it to make the dough for the momos. I will cover it with a lid and let it rest for about half an hour. And in the meantime, make the fillings and the chili sauce for the momos. Now for the chili sauce, to some oil, I'm adding finely chopped garlic. Once the smell of raw garlic has disappeared, I will add the chopped tomatoes and allow it to cook for a bit. Then I'll add the two types of chilies. One type of chili is for the heat and the second type of chili is for the color. To this I'll add some water so that they can cook well and become soft so that they can be ground well. I'm adding the salt and some sugar to cut down on the heat. As well, I'm adding some vinegar and after allowing it to cool, I will grind it into the chili sauce which is now ready. In the kadai, I'm adding some oil and again some finely chopped garlic. Once the garlic is well fried, I'm going to add the chopped spinach. This is for the spinach and tofu filling. Now once the spinach has wilted, I'm adding some soy sauce and salt as well as the pepper powder. Now to this I will add the grated tofu. Now the tofu not only makes it very tasty, it also binds the spinach to facilitate putting it into the momo wrappers. Now this is ready, we can set it aside and start on the cabbage and carrot filling. Again, the finely chopped garlic. After it is fried, I will add the onions to this and the onions need to be a little translucent in color. There's no need to cook any of these vegetables very much because they're going to be steamed. After that, I will add the finely chopped cabbage and the grated carrots and stir it. To this again, we'll be adding salt and the pepper powder as well as the soy sauce. And just allow it to stay on the stove for about a minute or so and then you can set it aside to cool down. Now the dough should be ready. Take out the dough and knead it again well. Now take a piece of dough about the size of a tennis ball. I'm using wheat flour or atta to roll out the dough into a thin chapati-like flat shape. It has to be made very thin, otherwise your momos will not taste good. Now once this is done, you can use a katori or a lid or anything to cut out a circular shape out of it. And take out this circle carefully, add the filling inside. And now I'm going to make a very simple shape here. It's a triangular shape. And as you can see, it's very easy to do. You just have to make sure that the edges are pressed enough so that it seals well and the filling doesn't come out when you steam it. In another circle, I'm adding the cabbage and carrot filling and making a simple shape of semicircular momos, and I'll be using a fork to just press the edges. This not only makes a pretty design, but it also seals the edges. Now all of these I'm going to place on a colander or idli steamer which has been slightly oiled. Another shape here is like a rosebud. This is a very pretty shape. You can just seal the edges like you did for the previous one. And after that, you have to just fold back the edges and press so that it sticks together. And there you have another shape. Then we have the very traditional momo shape that you're all familiar with. This is also a very simple and easy to make shape. Once you have made sufficient number of momos, then you can take the colander or the idli steamer in which you have kept it and set it on top of a pot of boiling water and cover it. Allow it to steam for 10 minutes. Enjoy your momos with the chili sauce. Do try out this recipe and do subscribe to our channel.